This is a character. When several such characters are put together, it becomes a character array or a string. When we combine several such strings together, it becomes a 2D character array or a string array. Today we are going to learn about 2D character arrays. As we have already learned, a 2D array is a two-dimensional grid of values with rows and columns. In this case, each row represents one character array or one string. Every row contains one string element. This is how we declare 2D character arrays. The name of the array, it's of type character, and we have two subscripts here because it's a two-dimensional array. The first subscript refers to the number of strings that are going to be in this array, and the second subscript specifies the maximum length given to each string. In this case, we have initialized this array with 4 comma-separated strings written inside flower brackets. Now let us look at the syntax of declaring a 2D character array or a 2D string array. It's a two-dimensional character array, hence the data type remains character. Then you give the name of the string array followed by two subscripts. Previously, when we have learnt about 2D arrays, we have learned that the first subscript refers to the number of rows, the second subscript refers to the number of columns of the two-dimensional grid. Even here it means the same thing. To make things clearer, the first subscript refers to the number of strings and the second subscript is the maximum length given to each string. That is the size of each item in the array. Here we have 4 rows in the array, and each row, each string is given a max length of 10 columns, referring to the second subscript of the array. Now let us write a simple C program which involves declaring a two-dimensional array, reading values into it, and displaying the contents of the array. Here I am going to create a simple program that reads and displays an array of city names. So first let me ask the user to enter the total number of cities. Once the user enters the number of cities, I am going to create a two-dimensional array with n number of rows. That is the number of cities input by the user. I'll name my character array as city, and this is going to have n cities in it because the user wants to enter n number of cities. And then let us give each city a maximum length of 20 characters. The best method to read the contents of an array is using a for loop. So first I'll declare a for loop iteration variable I, and then I'm going to create a for loop to read the contents of this array. When we were working with two-dimensional integer arrays, we made use of nested for loops, that is, 2 for loops to read the contents of the array. But in this case, we are going to make use of a single loop. That is because here, even though we have rows and columns, each row can be read at once as a string. So I just have to read 4 values. I don't have to read 4 into 10, 40 values. So I can make use of just one loop to read the contents of each row. Here I make use of a single loop which iterates over the different rows from 0 till n-1th row and then reads the values. First I'll ask the user to enter the city names. Then I'm going to read the values of n cities. We're going to read each row of values, and each row of this two-dimensional array refers to a string. So I make use of %s, and each row can be referred to as city of 0, city of 1, city of 2, city of 3. So I write city of I. Now to display the contents of the array, also we make use of for loop to iterate over the different rows of this array, and then we print the contents. I'm going to print the city number and the name of the city. Here the value of I begins from 0. So to write the number, I'll use I plus 1. So now the number starts from 1, 2, 3 and 4. The ith row of the array can be accessed using city of I. Hence I'm going to print the values. Now I'll go ahead and run this program. Enter the number of cities. I'll enter 5 cities. So our program has successfully read the different city names and then it has printed the values of the cities. So in my program, this is how I declare my 2D array. A two-dimensional array always has two subscripts, one for the number of rows and another for the number of columns. In case of a string array, the first subscript refers to the total number of strings that you're going to store, and the second subscript refers to the maximum length given to each of the string. Just like any typical array, the best way to read and display the contents of an array is using a for loop. I make use of a for loop to read the different rows of the array. Each row is read as a separate string, and then I make use of the for loop once again to print the contents of the array.